Who is the better assassin, John Wick or Agent 47? Stay tuned to find out. Oh, and spoilers. Welcome to the channel, I'm Hayes. I talk movies all day, so subscribe right now if you want to be entertained. And today, I want to talk about two of the most famous fictional hitmen of our time, John Wick and Agent 47, and see if I can figure out who indeed is the better assassin. Now to be clear, I'm talking about who's the better hitman, not who has the better movies, because obviously that was John Wick. And I'm not talking about who has the better video games either, because obviously that was also John Wick. And you know, I didn't even play the John Wick video game and I already know it's better than Hitman because those games are trash, apart from Hitman 2, and really that's only barely possible. And don't even get me started on that broken mess that was Hitman Codename 47. Like, how did that game even get past quality assurance? Were the developers sniffing bullet smoke or something? Like, what was going on? Anyway, this is about who is the best assassin. Now, in order to make this fair, and because I don't have a team of researchers, writers, and editors, I'm mostly just going to be comparing the movies Hitman Agent 47 with John Wick 3. And the reason for those two movies is because, as it is right now, they're the last films in their respective series, and I don't think it'd be a good idea to compare a movie character to a video game character, and they're both on Netflix, so I ain't gonna buy nothing. Okay, so without further ado, let's go to the first round, and perhaps the most important aspects of being a hitman: stealth. I know Agent 47 is supposed to be all super smart, but I do find it funny that he's always able to find people with his exact same body size. I mean, what are the odds that the clothes are going to be a perfect fit every time? And I guess this guy's about the same height as 47, but he looks a little bit wider to me, yet his clothes fit perfectly too. So does 47 have like mad tailoring skills as well? I am wondering though how he can beat up an embassy armed security staff and seemingly the embassy staff don't notice that Kevin hasn't come back yet. This guy just walking around the building with no issues. But here's the thing, Agent 47 walked straight into an embassy, deliberately got himself arrested, told the boss man who he is, what he does, and yeah, it's a pretty cool escape scene. It's just so pointless, because in the end, all he did was make a lot of noise, raise the alarm, which then let his targets know they need to get out of there. So why didn't he just find someone he can steal clothes from to begin with? And later with 47 and Catcher walking through the airport, he's stealing the flight captain's jacket and cap. What are the odds that two flight captains with the same jacket and a hat size as 47 being in close proximity of each other? That's not a plan. That's luck. And he's stealing clothes to not get spotted by the airport cameras, but he's already inside the airport, so I'm pretty sure at least one camera has seen him already. Now, John Wick, on the other hand, to be honest, I'm not sure John Wick even knows what stealth is. Dude traveled from New York to Casablanca and didn't even change his clothes, didn't even wash his face. I think the closest John gets to stealth is the sniper scene in chapter 1, but even then he doesn't get the right guy. Most of the time he's literally just walking around where everyone knows who he is, and at no point is he like, you know, maybe I should fix my hair or wear a fake beard or something. Anyway, the bottom line is they both suck at stealth. I should call it a draw, but that's a cop-out, so I'm gonna give this round to Agent 47 only because he at least tries. Teamwork. Now, to be fair, I guess if you're a real-life hitman, you probably always work alone because the less people who know, the better. But since these two don't seem to grasp that concept, here we are. There's a bit where Agent 47 teams up with Katya after her training, which is pretty much just 47 putting her in real-life danger and telling her to figure it out. That's gotta be the worst teacher ever. Like, no prep, no trial run, just pop quiz, asshole. There's a bunch of people coming to kill us. What do you do? What do you do? And if you got that reference, put it in the comments. Anyway, they do team up for a short section and they do work pretty well together, but the whole scene seems stiff. It's like they rehearsed it separately, then shot one take together. Now, John has two moments where he teams up with someone, one with Sophia Alizwa and one with Sharon. Well, the one with Sharon is less of a team up and more of a two people shooting in the same direction. But a Sophia Alizwa scene though? Now that's how you have your friends back. Cause John was all like, no, don't do it. But then she shoots the guy anyway, and at that point it's like, alright, I guess we're doing this then. And they took out the whole squad. The action was smooth, they knew what each other was doing. This scene is perfect. And you know I like to nitpick. I reckon I could nitpick with the best of them. But I honestly can't fault this scene for anything. I mean, apart from the fact that the whole thing started because Sophia values her dogs more than her own child, John and Sophia are pretty psychotic. I guess that's why they work well together. But if they ever make a spin-off, I'd like to know what happens to Ms. Alizwa as she waits for no man. So the teamwork round, that goes to John Wick. Combat. So for someone who's supposed to be stronger than a normal man, Agent 47 is a pretty crap fighter. Everything is slowed down or zoomed in or a million different cuts, and I guess it's supposed to make it look cool and stylish, but it just looks cheap. But even when you ignore that, his hits seem soft for the most part, and he doesn't seem to understand you should make sure a person is down before trying to move on, or if you're gonna move on, move quicker. And bear in mind, this movie came out nearly a year after John Wick Chapter 1, so it's not like more convincing ways of fighting in movies didn't already exist. Honestly, the fights in this movie just come across as lazy. However, when it comes to weapons combat, Agent 47 kicks it up a notch. Super accurate with the shots, the breakout scene at the embassy was really cool, even though it was pointless. When he knocks a table so the gun fires and shoots a handcuff chain, even though there is no way he could have known the boss man was going to bring the gun in the room, put it on the table, point it at him, put a bullet in the chamber. I don't care how smart this guy's supposed to be, he did not plan that. That's luck! John Wick is easily the better fighter, far more aware of his surroundings, much more resourceful, and he makes sure they are down. Now when it comes to weapons, 47 probably has the edge there, but John ain't no slouch. He rarely misses, and perhaps just as important, but hardly as acknowledged, he can reload a weapon under pressure. So yeah, this round goes to John Wick. For all 47's superhuman abilities, he's far worse with the fist and not much better with the gun, and even then he's only really better at aiming. Final round. Verdict. Okay, so let me go through my final thoughts. Like, why does 47 leave his guns next to him when he sleeps? I mean, wouldn't it be best to keep them holstered with the safety on? You'd think a super smart hitman would know that. So when Kata took his gun apart because she couldn't sleep, yeah, serves you right. Also, as we're talking about who's the better assassin, neither John Wick or Agent 47 actually complete their jobs. 47 only kills one of his targets and lets the girl go because, I don't know, feminism or whatever. And John didn't actually kill Gianna D'Antolo in Chapter 2 and flat out refused to kill Winston in Chapter 3, even though that was the sole agreement for letting him live. So before I give my final result, if you liked these movies, check out these movies. They all involve hitmen, they're all brilliant movies for different reasons. Leon is probably the one to watch if you want to be a hitman, but I wouldn't recommend it as a profession. Someone always double crosses you, so... Okay, so let's recap. Stealth went to Agent 47, teamwork was John Wick, and combat was John Wick. So, in the battle between Agent 47 and John Wick to determine the best hitman, the winner is... Agent 47. This review was brought to you by IGN. Too much water. Okay, for real though, they're both pretty crap at the actual hitman part of the job, and that's mostly because in the end they let their emotions get in the way, even though Agent 47 isn't supposed to have any emotions, so something went wrong there. If you put the two of them in a Smash Bros arena, John Wick would win, all day, every day. Like, that's not even an opinion, straight facts. I don't think he'll win easily, but he'd still win. But if you need someone to, you know, disappear, you're probably better off going with Agent 47. But it would have to be the video game version, and he'd have to be controlled by someone who doesn't know what a good game is, so they're more likely to see it through instead of getting bored halfway through the first mission. Though since we're talking about the movies, then go with John Wick. However, don't ask him to kill anyone he's personally attached to, because he probably won't do it, and just kill you instead, and hiding inside the Continental won't help you. And that's what I think of Agent 47 versus John Wick. What do you think? Guns or lots of guns? Let me know down below, and while you're there, be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a suggestion if you don't mind.